Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 29 and 30 slokas. Both the slokas deal with the breathing activity and fasting. In these two slokas, Bhagavan says, some of the yogis offer as sacrifice the outgoing breath in the incoming breath, while some offer the incoming breath in the outgoing breath. Some orderly practice pranayam and restrain in the incoming and outgoing breaths, purely absorbed in the regulation of life energy. So this is a subtle life energy. And others curtail their food intake and offer the breath into life energy as sacrifice. All these knowers of sacrifice are cleansed of their impurities as a result of such performance. So in this sloka, Bhagavan explains how these exercises, techniques, activities remove the impurities. So it keeps our body and mind impure. Only then we can progress in the spiritual path. So that is why it is recommended by Lord Krishna in this slokas. So this control of breath, the process of drawing breath into lungs. So there is a procedure. We have to learn this from a qualified teacher. So emptying the lungs, holding breath after emptying, keeping lungs after exhalation, how to do that. Then you suspending the incoming, that is inhalation, while outgoing takes place. So this is the continuous activity goes on, which helps us to keep our mind pure and the system pure, our body functions. So the breathing system is purified. So this is very important to progress in our spiritual path, because when mind is calm, when mind is pure, when your breathing is going on smoothly, only we can concentrate on God. And we learn more and more about the spiritual path. So this kind of activity is taking place. So here, what is given as sacrifice is when we do inhaling, we give up exhaling. When we do exhaling, we give up inhaling. So your concentration is increased. The power of concentration is decreased, which is very much required for the spiritual advancement. And some people, they give up food. They do fasting. So that helps for digestion. So that is called saman. So there are different types. So when you say pranayam, it is a subtle life energy. We have the way the scripture mentions the 5 types of pranayam. One is pran, apan, then vyan, then saman and udan. So they all control the body functions. So sama, digestion, there's something to do with digestion, and there is fasting. We do fasting on Ekadasi day. We do upavasam. So on certain days we do that. We either take only fluid, or we take only water, or you take other than rice. That is, we avoid the heavy food on that day. So the next day we take the meals much earlier. So that is, there is a time calculation after the sun rise. So within that time you have to take the food. So all this for promoting our digestion. So all these techniques are for purification. So when we keep our body, mind pure only, we can concentrate on God, and we have more power of concentration, and we have more focused mind. All these are needed for spiritual progress. So Lord Krishna has mentioned all this in these 2 slokas. How karma yogis give up various, or it can be objects or it can be activities. So here he mentions about the activities. So if we follow this, we get good body mind system. So that is basic for everything, to achieve anything.